My name is Keisha Fleming, and on behalf of the Empire Diamonds National Men's Tour, we'd like to welcome all of our men into the building. So if you all can stand and give them a round of applause as they enter. And again, my name is Keisha Fleming with the Team Hollywood T3 Marketing Group. And we just want to welcome you all here this evening. We thank you for taking the time to come out to hear some life-changing information. You will never, ever, ever be the same once you leave here. And with that being said, I want to introduce our host for this evening, Miss Jackie Hollywood Mims, hailing from Maryland. She is our team leader, and she is absolutely amazing. So without any more of me, I'm going to bring Miss Jackie forward, and can we all stand for her?
Thank you. Okay, we're super excited to see everyone here today. First and foremost, we're going to say one thing. If you have phones, please silence your phones. The information you're going to receive, you don't want to miss any of it. It is for you and your family. All right? For many of you, the restrooms are outside to the right. If you need to go to the restroom, you may want to do that now. Again, the information you're going to receive, you don't want to miss it. With that said, my name is Jackie Hollywood Mims, affectionately I'm known as. Okay, and on behalf of Team Hollywood and T3 Marketing Group, we welcome you. So today, the reason why it's so much excitement and energy in the room is because we have the Empire of Diamonds National Tour leaders in the state of Maryland.
All right.
These men have come here from all around the country. We're so blessed to have them. The subject matter that I'm going to speak about is going to impact each and every one of us that's in this room. And we're blessed to have the men here that felt it not robbery to cover us as women and cover our girls. How often do you see a group of men traveling around the country for the benefit of women and girls? And now that we kind of tiptoed into their world, they're in need of what I'm going to talk about as well. So with that said, let me present to some and introduce to others our Justice for My Jewel campaign. This is a mission that we're all on in this room. If you know, it's a lot of people in this room. We're all sharing this mission together because you're worth it. That's why. And we have to know that we're worth it. We're worth every bit of it. So with that said, I'm not going to belabor the time because I've been given the privilege to do the demonstration and to share with you why we're here. Again, the Justice for My Jewel campaign, we launched on June 1st this year, and we picked up so much traction, and we're so excited. So that is the jewel product that you see here that I will be demonstrating today for you. Is that all right? Yeah. So with that said, I'm not going to belabor any time. I'm going to get right into the demonstration. But before I get into the demonstration, I want to share with everyone, what do you see? A jewel. A jewel? A jewel. One thing I say all the time when I present this information, because it's so important, that you are a jewel. And you were birthed out of a jewel. So we have to protect your jewel. Is that all right? Yeah. And that's how I always like to start out, because this demonstration that I'm going to bring forth, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to everyone that's in this room. If we knew that what we had was life-saving years and years ago, we would have had this product. That's why we see the ladies shaking their heads. So let me just kind of jump right into the presentation, and I will need a volunteer, by the way, so I'm looking on. Okay, just in a minute. We love that you're anxious. We love it. Okay, we love you. What's your name? Letitia. Well, thank you, Letitia, because you will be. All right. So, ladies, as we jump right into the presentation of the jewel product, I want everyone to look and tell me what you notice about this sanitary napkin. Very, very thin. If I told you it holds 10 times the weight of the sanitary napkin on the shelf in your grocery store, and we won't talk about pads because we don't have to do that. But if you get my drift, you're always uncomfortable and you're always wet and always miserable. But I didn't mention no names of any pads. Let me move on. Okay, with that said, I'm just going to do a brief demonstration of our product. Let me get my jewels out the way. And with our product here, I'm going to talk with you about just what our medical advisory board has shared with us. A woman's flow is between 15 and 50 milliliters. Now, many will say I've had more, some will say I had less, but we're going to go with 50, okay? So, Letitia,
That would be me.
you ready?
Absolutely.
All right, Letitia, is that 50, about 50 milliliters, honey?
No glasses.
A little bit over? Okay. So what I'm going to do is, for the demonstration, I'm going to pour it on top of the sanitary napkin. Okay? And while I'm pouring it on the sanitary napkin, I got a couple of questions for you ladies. I got jewels under it. Wow. Okay, so a couple of questions. Tell me a little something about why do you change your sanitary napkin so often? I didn't hear. I can hear. Let's.
Odor.
You're wet?
Odor.
Odor, uncomfortable?
Good hygiene.
You don't want it to overflow, okay? And about how many times a day do you change your sanitary napkin? Every 2 hours. Simply because you don't want to be wet and uncomfortable. Is that why we change so often? What if I told you I have a solution that you could be dry and comfortable? How would you like that? How would you like the fact that I could say that I could put fabulous into your flow? How would you like that? Ladies, I'm speaking your language. I know it's a love language for us. Because for many of us in this room, we've suffered. We suffered the beginning of it. You hate when it comes. Ladies, you with me? You hate during and you hate after your cycle. How many of do I have witnesses in the room? Okay, I have witnesses in the room. We absolutely hate it. And then let me address the ladies in the room that's kind of side-eyeing me because it's past that time. Yeah, because they had a couple of them. Ladies, let me just share with you. We're speaking to incontinence as well, leakage. We're speaking to leakage as well. And we're going to get a little bit more into that. And we kind of creeped into the world of our men. And we found out y'all leaking too. Yeah, y'all leaking too. We got you though. But we got you because we know it's embarrassing. We also know that you guys douse yourselves with a lot of that cologne and you hiding it. We done been in your world and figured it out. But we just want to let you know that we have a solution as well for our girls, our women, and our men. Because leakage is real. We're human beings. Things happen. But we have a solution. And that solution is the Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkin. Now, my girl, you jumped up like the price is right. Come here, baby. Come on down. Come on down. So what we're going to do is just a simple wet dry test. Many of us, all right, stay with me a minute, all right, because I'm going to go somewhere.
I got you.
All right, baby. So we're doing a wet dry test. And I want to talk a little bit why we're doing the wet dry test. How many of you ladies have sat on the other sanitary napkin and it was just a mess? Oh yeah, every woman in this room. Wow, every woman in this room. Before we jump into anything, I want to tell you a little bit about what you were sitting on, just in case you didn't know, okay? The traditional sanitary napkin top layer is synthetic plastic. Yeah, we've been sitting on that. How many ladies know that blue strip in the middle? Yeah, well that's dye. So under that, that's supposed to be the absorbency system. What did you think that was, ladies? Cotton, right? Of course. Well, that's recycled newspaper and trash and landfill trash and wood pulp and wood fiber. And it has gone through an 8-step bleaching process. I said the word bleach. How many of y'all know in here we shouldn't be using bleach anymore because your hand's going to be dark. Keep it up. So we don't use bleach anymore, all right? So that's what happened. Then the base of that is like a trash bag, right? So if it's the base of it is a trash bag and your body is 98.6 degrees, that is a recipe for what? A disaster. So we've been dealing with a disaster, sweetie. A disaster. So guess what? We have a solution. You don't have to deal with the disaster anymore because we got the Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkin. Is that all right?
Yeah.
So then I just have to give you a backdrop. Whenever I'm speaking to people, I need to give you a backdrop as to where I'm coming from. Okay? So now that was on the left. I was talking about the trash pad that was toxic in the stores. But now I'm going to slip over on this side with my lady.
Yes, ma'am.
Come to me, honey. And I'm going to ask her to just press down. Let me get some of these little jewels. You know, I love the jewels on the table, but not for me. Okay, so, whoops, I'm sorry. Let me get, who has another one for me? Put that on there.
She need another napkin.
Somebody got one more with me? Yeah, so yeah, I'm sorry. I had to put some water on the table. Is that a white one, Miss Daniels?
Yeah,
There's one a white one. Can we get a blue or red?
The red one. I apologize, Ms. Smith.
I think I got one in my bag.
No, it's okay. We good. We're gonna keep rolling. I gotta get this one. Okay, sweetie. Okay, yes. I love her. Okay, so I want you to press down on that.
Gently.
No, I want you to get your muscles, your Wheaties on there. Okay, you press it? Okay, so, of course you guys know I touch it. When did it come up? Dry. Thank you. So I said all that to say, we want to be two things. We want to be comfortable and we want to be dry. But I'm going to take it a step further. For many of you that are in this room, there's another cup of water. Keep in mind, I put 50 milliliters on the pad, correct? So you have to wonder to yourself, what is in my pad? What have I been sitting on? She told me about that toxic pad in the store that we've been sitting on because we didn't know better. Mom didn't know better. So now that we know better, we what?
Do better.
We do better. So let me talk about my do better. Is that all right? So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkin. And this sanitary napkin that we have introduced to North America, we're the first company to have a Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkin with graphene technology infused. We're going to get to that in a minute. Okay, so this is my sweetie. Come on.
I am ready.
Okay, I want you to just feel how soft that is. It's so very soft. You can let some of the young ladies in here feel that. That's what I want you to do, sweetie. And they can just pass it around. It's just the importance that the most sensitive area of your body to sit on something that is so amazing for us. That's what we birth our babies out of. We are mothers of the earth. We shouldn't sit on trash. So the greatest thing is that we should sit on a nice cotton blend. That's what you're feeling. It feels good. So ladies, we're going somewhere. But what I also want to talk to you about is our absorbency system. As mentioned, I did put 50 milliliters, right? And then I have more water. So that's probably a little more than that. Let me just tuck that in. This is our non-toxic polymer that's in our sanitary napkins. I'm going to put that in there. And then I want to just talk with you a little bit about the base of our sanitary napkin. How many of you can see the lines? Because it's breathable. Ladies, how many of us know we need some air flowing down there? Because it is hot as the dickens down there with that old trash bag. Let's be honest, right? Because we family in this room. Ladies, you're laughing because you know you've been hot blazing down there, right? But we have a solution for that. So if you look closely, you can look really closely and we see all the holes. So then that means there's some air that can flow and it's breathable. It's breathable, and that's what we need as women. We need some airflow down there. We need an air conditioner down there, kind of like a cool fan down there. What if I told you we have that? And the greatest thing about our sanitary napkin is that it's all non-toxic, and it's a safe sanitary napkin. With the other one, I bet you can't tear it like that because it's like a trash bag, so you can't do that. So moving right along, let me share with you the last part of the next to the last part I want to talk a little bit about, and that is the technology that's in our pad. Every one of you see this? You see it? This is the graphene infused in our pads. Ladies, this is a 99.9% bacteria and odor killer. Can I tell you that if your pad is upstairs for days and days, no one will smell it? That's scary because the kids can get in trouble because they know they're supposed to take them out, right? That's what happened to my daughter. It's up there for a while, I didn't know. But if you had the traditional pad, you couldn't get up there. It would smell like a fish farm, right? Okay, so we know that as well. But this is our graphene technology. And let me speak to the ladies that are menopausal as well, or perimenopausal. This graphene removes heat from your core. Did y'all hear me, ladies? Get the panty liners. Removes heat from your core. I know my sister have her hot flashes and she is blazing hot. Okay, so this also helps with, it has so many safe properties in it for each and every one of you. Helps your circulatory system. It helps with stress. It helps with dysmenorrhea, like the heavy abdominal cramping. This little guy is in our pad. This is the technology that's in our pad. This is the next revolution right here, right here. So we have it, and we have it in our sanitary napkin. How blessed are we? How blessed are we? And how many of us know that our bodies are just, you're a ball of energy? How many of us know we're a ball of energy? You are energy. You are energy. I don't even have to have this in my hand. I'm going to prove to you that we're energy beings, okay? I want to prove to you that your body is a thermal conductor. I'm going to prove that to you. I have a 7-watt light bulb. And I'm going to put it in my hands. Now, I know I can put it on this, but I can tell you how strong and powerful it is. Let me show you. So I'm going to put it on the graphene strip, but let me show you how powerful we are and that we are beings and we have energy. So you don't think, first of all, let me let you touch it, sweetie, so you don't feel like nothing's electrocuting you. You? Okay, so we good, right? Okay, because I want to make sure you're clear on what I'm doing and what I'm saying. Look, energy, right? Everybody can do that. How about this? Yeah, right in my hand. Understand who you are. I don't even have, I can put it in there for show. I can put it right in there. So this is great. And this is it. That's who you are. You are a ball of energy. Right? That's right. You are a ball of energy. Know who you are. And know what you are. You're a ball of energy. So I just like that. I love that anyway. Know that that was a 7-watt bulb. So please don't go home and get your 100-watt and burn yourself and come back and say, well, I saw this lady up there doing it, okay? That's a 7-watt light bulb. But just know who you are. You are a ball of amazing energy. Know who you are and own it. Okay? So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you how many minutes have this been in the cup, sweetie? This is our...
I want to say 3.5.9.
I love her. Okay. Okay. The head breeze. Okay. I love your guess. Okay. So this is our absorbency system, right? So we've now taken a liquid, right? And we've turned it into a gel. Now, ladies, we talked about being cool down there, right? So what's your name in the purple? Georgia. Georgia. Just feel that for me, sweetie. That nice and cool. Yeah. Gina. That's my ladies. Nice and cool. Yes, sweetie. Okay, so nice and cool. Ladies, tell me how awesome that would be if you could feel that little air conditioner down there. If you're menopausal, you got a little personal fan. You know y'all walk around with those fans anyway, right? Well, how about you got a fan in your pants? That's good. This is our little fan, okay? So we have that. So that is the entire presentation. But I want to share with you that we do have products available. You can get back to the person that brought you into the room. And we have our product line. We have panty liners for those ladies that suffer with heavy abdominal cramps. If you want to kind of like release your uterus and kind of like relax it, you may want to go ahead and put your babies, your daughters or someone on the liners, because that'll help just kind of relax the uterus and get it ready for the flow. All right? And then we have a moderate flow for those who don't flow very heavy. And then we have a heavy flow. And then this one out here, the Onyx pack, that's the Super Soaker. That's that one that comes from back to front, cover everything. That's full coverage. And I could say that because of some of the seniors that I'm in touch with, they love that one because it's perfect coverage. You know what I mean? And it can be good coverage all night long. So you don't have to worry about the wetting of the beds. Or if you have experienced fibroids, endometriosis, if you've experienced any of that, yeast infections, irritation, if you have any of those UTIs, ladies, you can name them. Just flat out itching down there, okay? You know, you just name it. And those are the things, but we have a solution. And the solution is the Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkin. So when you get a moment, you can go out and you can get these books. And this is about the graphene technology. This right here just shares with us, it's the next revolution. Ladies, you heard it here. Our men in the room, you heard it here. Just know what you have your hands on. We have that graphene technology. I want you to make sure that you go out and you do your own independent research. Because from this day, you will understand that you are a ball of energy and that you matter. So begin to love yourself, love your babies. It should be a crime if you don't go out, share with your family that you found a solution for them. That you found a solution for them. Don't let your family members sit on something and you know it's toxic, because it sets them up for later. And that's why many women in this room, I won't have them raise their hand, but 600,000 women a year have hysterectomies. 70% of those women are African American women. It's a problem, and I am on the battlefield and I'm willing to fight. So if we get to our young girls early, we can break that cycle. It doesn't have to be as many, but it's up to us in this room. And I know that we've been ordained by God to be in this room together. So get yourself in order. Care about the people around you. Don't walk out this door and let this be end all be all. It was a great presentation, whoever she was, and then those powerful men that came behind her. Just make sure that you hear what I'm saying and that you're acting upon it. Is that all right? So with that said, that is the presentation of our Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkin with graphene technology.